In this video, we are going to discuss about type of vegetarianism. So the same video I did in Sinhala medium, and so this is the English narration of the same video, which I discuss in terms of types of vegetarianism. So here, when I said this word, the vegetarianism, I know most of them have a rough idea about what this term is. So if I ask what is vegetarianism, you might say, you may say like the vegetarianism is a diet, or it could be a eating habit that we eat plant-based products and avoiding animal-based product. So actually that is the whole idea about this vegetarianism. And in terms of this term, right, if you think about in terms of this term vegetarianism, that is the idea. It is not incorrect, right? But basically, uh, based on the based on how different people follow this vegetarianism, how different people uh, have used to this vegetarian diets. So we have categorized the vegetarianism into different groups, different categories. So in this video, we are going to discuss about these types of vegetarianism. So therefore, let's move on to the uh, first type. Actually, no, it is not first. The first one according by presentation. So actually this is what we known as the vegetarianism. So the vegans, or in other words, we call them as total vegetarianism. Sorry, the total vegetarians. So what do you mean by this total vegetarians? So basically, they are wholly depend on the plant material. That means they are totally eat plant-based materials. They are totally avoid uh, from animal-based product or the animal-based materials. Right? That is the main idea about this uh, vegans or the total vegetarians. And their diet is the totally based on the variety of whole plant food. So this plant food include different vegetables, fruits, nuts, and pulses and legumes and so on and so on. So actually these diets, these types of vegetarians, they don't eat poultry products. Poultry products means, you know, that chicken, geese, then turkey. So these are the poultry products. So it could be poultry meat or poultry eggs. So and swine products, that means the pork and the milk and beef, or whatever the milk, whatever the uh, meat. So they avoid. And additionally, the fish, and the fish based products, so they are avoid these fish based product as well. So they are eating only the plant based products. So other than these meat, poultry, fish, and any other animal derived products, so it could be it could be eggs or the dairy products, right? So other than these things, they avoid uh, the gelatin like things. The gelatin, you know that there are two types of ingredients that we incorporate in order to make a material, make a liquid medium into semi-solid medium. So you know that agar and the gelatin. So the agar is derived from the red algae, and gelatin is derived from the animal bones and the connective tissues. So what is that means basically, uh, you know that animal bones and the connective tissues are obtained from the slaughterhouses, and the slaughterhouses means the place where uh, kills the animals, kills the animals. And what these producers do, they obtain the bones and the connective tissues from the slaughterhouses, and they crush them and boil them, and then they extract the gelatin. So that is the main process. So therefore, since it has a animal, I mean uh, animal animal something called animal it's related, that means it is derived from the animals. So the vegans or the total vegetarians avoids from this gelatin as well. So other than gelatin, it includes the bee honey. The bee honey means it is, since it is, that means even though it is not derived from the bees itself, it is produced by the bees, and no, therefore they avoid the bee honey as well. And also, you know that they avoid the rennet. You sometimes you have heard about this rennet, the term rennet, and sometimes you haven't heard this word, the rennet. The rennet is one of the ingredients which we use in cheese industry. So the rennet is derived from the complex stomach of unweaned calf. You know, the calf is the small one of the uh, small ones as of the cattle. So unweaned calf mean with the before, you know, that after uh, pasteurization of the cattle, so that means giving birth to a new one. So the first that means very first days, so the calf should be uh, depends on the mother's milk. So therefore uh, they live with their mother. After that, the weaning, that means separation from the mother, is done. So this is called as the weaning. So this unweaned means the calves uh, which are not separated by which are not separated by mother. So therefore, that is the meaning of the weaning. So this uh, I mean this rennet is derived from unweaned calf. But in good old, that means in all days, actually uh, all days, before the biotechnology is improved, is not before the biotechnology is not improved. So the, in order to take the rennet, it is an enzyme. uh, the many calves has been slaughtered, so which is a pathetic situation. So but uh, nowadays it is derived from the biotechnology, because uh, you know there is a gene in calves uh, which is responsible for the formation of this rennet, and they extract that particular gene from the calves, and they have uh, included them into the bacteria, and now this bacteria has the capability of producing rennet. So this is a biotechnology. So by using this biotechnology, uh, rennet is produced. So but however, this rennet is since rennet has a animal animal that means it is also an animal product. So the total vegetarians or the vegans, they are avoid this rennet as well. So other than this rennet, some food coloring, so the food dye, for example, certain E number of vitamins, for example, cochineal E120. So these are derived from the insect. So therefore, these products also avoid by these vegetarians or the total vegetarians. So let's move on to the next type of vegetarianism. So which is the lacto vegetarians. So lacto means it is refers to as the milk. The ovo means the eggs, right? So you know in the milk, the lactose sugar is the main sugar in the milk. So therefore, that is why it has been mentioned as lacto. So the lacto vegetarian. So you know, as it is implying the name, lacto vegetarians, they consume milk and milk-based product, and the egg products, other than the plant materials, other than the plant-based products. So they eat milk and the eggs. That is called Lacto vegetarians. But they avoids meat and poultry and fish products, but they eat eggs and the dairy products. So since they eat eggs and the dairy products, so they get uh, superior, kind of superior protein, since uh, the eggs has high quality proteins. So then the total vegans or the total vegetarians, so they get uh, high amount of proteins. So the lacto vegetarians, you know that when I say this lacto vegetarians, it is actually the milk, right? They they consume milk and the milk based product other than the plant-based products, but they don't eat poultry meat. That means poultry and the other meats and other meat, fish and eggs. They only eat the milk and milk-based products other than the plant-based products. So the ovo vegetarians, then you can guess what this is. The ovo vegetarians means they eat eggs other than the plant materials. So they don't eat milk, they don't consume milk and the milk-based products and fish and other meat. So the other one is the semi-vegetarian. So we call them as pesco-vegetarians. In other words, pescatarians. So actually, these kind of vegetarians eat fish-based products or the fish products or the fish-based products with or without restrictions of the dairy or egg product. That means, for example, they eat fish products, but they don't eat meat. Right? Sometimes in some the pescatarians, they eat fish products, but not eggs and but not uh, milk and with plant materials. So it could be they can eat, that means they may eat fish plus eggs and milk as well as the plant-based materials. Or else they could be eat fish plus eggs and meat, plant-based products. Or in other hand, they can eat fish, dairy products plus plant-based materials. Or they might eat fish plus no any eggs or dairy products plus and they eat plant-based materials. So what the whole meaning is, they this kind of vegetarians, that means semi-vegetarian, they eat fish other than the plant materials and with or without restrictions of the egg or the milk or their products. So however, none of the semi-vegetarians eat meat, right? They only eat fish, and other than the fish, some may eat eggs or meat or both. Some may not eat eggs or milk. Some eat only one thing other than the fish and the plant material. They eat some will eat fish, and some can eat someone can eat dairy products, consume dairy products. So likewise, this is the whole meaning of the semi-vegetarians or the pescatarians or the pesco-vegetarians. So actually, these are in here, I didn't go into deeper details of the vegetarians. So in the upcoming videos, we will discuss about the benefit of being vegetarians and the risks of being vegetarian. That means advantages and the disadvantages of the vegetarians. So therefore, in this video, we discuss about the types of vegetarians, which are total vegans or the total vegetarians or the vegans, then the uh, ovo vegetarians, lacto vegetarians, lacto-ovo vegetarians, and semi-vegetarians or pescatarians or pesco vegetarians. So this is the end of this video, and we will meet from another video.